we'll start off with that stock first, Tata Motors, because while the index may be flat, in yesterday's session or day before session as well, Tata Motors has come off a little bit from the 240, 242 kind of levels. Are there any trades here?
It's still not really picked up any upward momentum. After that, after having reached nearly 320 rupees in April, it's really been in a fairly severe intermediate downtrend. Long-term trend in the stock is probably still up. That hasn't changed, but it's still got to sort of form a base, a new base around here, and then start a move. No momentum for trading long in the stock. In fact, occasionally it looks like a good short-term short sale. Current market conditions, of course, not very good for short selling, but otherwise, stock for buying for short-term traders, not quite there.
Prakash, what's your sense? What's happening with some of these individual stocks? Darshan was speaking about GSPL, wherein there has been an upgrade that has come in from Goldman Sachs, and GSPL has moved up slightly in the session. Is there a trading opportunity? Would you go and buy a GSPL?
Gujarat State Fertilizer, is it you're talking about?
GSPL, Gujarat State Petronet.
Oh, Gujarat Petronet LNG. Okay, Petronet. Let me put out a chart for Petronet LNG. Well, Petronet LNG is looking good to me. Strictly 125, 126 zones. Looks like it is bottomed out around here. It's positive. It's given actually a breakout around these levels of 140 and stayed up. I think it takes its own time, can go to levels of 160 or so, but it will take its own sweet time to do that. But once it goes to around 158, 160, I think GSPL, Petronet LNG, is likely to find some kind of selling pressure there, and some profit booking would come in. But so far it looks up, a reluctant up, but yes, it's up.
Okay, so that's Petronet LNG. Deepak, I want to ask you about GSPL, Gujarat State Petronet. What do the charts suggest there?
May have bottomed out, but it's quite a laggard compared to all the other stocks that have been doing well since December. We had finally a bottom in the middle of May. That's too recent. Then that's been sort of held out again in the middle of June. Now it's moving up. So I would treat this purely as a short-term momentum trade, not really the pick of a long-term investment stock at this stage. I think just okay for short-term traders.
All right. Just get a quick word in from our research desk. Megha joins in now. Okay, I'm told that she'll just join us in a bit, but some news on Superjeet Engineering, which we will be flashing in just a bit. Prakash, from the small cap space, from the mid-tier space, there's some activity in the sugar lot in yesterday's session. Anything that you like there?
Bajaj, let me pull out Bajaj Hindustan Limited. Structurally is looking good. Base formation is there. 25 seems to be a strong support zones. I would say from a trading angle, yes, 30 is a strong support. One could have a stop below 30. And maybe Bajaj Hindustan can climb to levels closer to 35. But once it crosses 35, I will say that then it's out of the wood. What about Renuka Sugar? Let me pull out a chart for Renuka Sugar and see how it looks. Even Renuka Sugar is looking good to me. Looks like the entire sugar space is in the process of bottoming out. Renuka Sugar can climb to levels closer to 40. It's late, take its own sweet time to do that. And we could have a stop somewhere below levels of 31 and trade long on Renuka Sugar. So I think Bajaj Hindustan Limited and Renuka still looks good to me.